Northwest Outdoorsman is presented by Worksharp. This week on the Northwest Outdoorsman,
Saw moose. We saw bullwinkle.
we're moose hunting in Northeast Washington. The Northwest Outdoorsman, presented by Worksharp, is brought to you by Max Lure, Explore the Dalles, Procure Bait Scents, Valley Marine, Good Day Fishing, Leavenworth Coffee Roasters. Washington has a subspecies of moose called Shiras, which is smaller in size as compared to its Alaska and Yukon cousins. The population numbers around 5,000 animals, with the majority being found in Northeast Washington. Hunting Shiras moose is managed by a draw, so it's a rare opportunity to hunt these great beasts. Ben Smithson was fortunate to draw a cow moose tag, and as a young hunter, was thrilled to hunt these beautiful animals.
And I'd start with that door, where you're having that issue.
Then we started setting up the tent and pounding in stakes. I started sweating, and then I started thinking, I was like, man, I hope it cools off, because I can't see moose frolicking in this stuff right now. I'm sweating bullets.
My buddy Jeff has a piece of property in the area that Ben drew his moose tag, so we thought, what the heck, let's just go over there and stay on his property. It'd be a great place to hunt from. We got over there and set up the tent first thing and headed on out.
Ready. So we went for a drive. Right off the bat, you see just hot tracks. It was pretty awesome, pretty optimistic about that, and kind of opened my eyes, got me excited, gets the blood flowing.
That's big.
It's big moose. Hope it's a cow.
Hope it's a cow.
So that evening we really drove a lot of roads, and it was pretty cool seeing that much country and going on some roads that a big truck shouldn't probably be on, but we were there and we saw a lot of grouse, and that was another big thing. I never shot a grouse with a bow before.
It's worth a try. It's worth a try. Got him. Nice shot. Sweet.
Pinned him. Finally, on the third try, it's pretty cool. It was pretty sweet. We had grouse.
We saw some sign that first evening and found some likely areas, but we didn't see much else, and so we just headed on back to camp.
Oh boy.
That next morning we got up, I had some breakfast, and thought we would just go back to where we're seeing all the sign.
It was almost like a movie scene just coming out, and then right as we crested that road, it wasn't a huge bull, but it was pretty sweet, and a moose.
There it was. Saw a moose.
We saw bullwinkle.
Saw bullwinkle. Yeah, I just couldn't hardly believe it. I couldn't get the camera started quick enough.
Pull over real quick, moose, and frolicking to get the camera gear and all this stuff and getting ready, and I jumped out with the bow and started running.
Is it down there quite a ways?
No, it doesn't seem like it's too far. You never know if it runs towards something, a cow. Couldn't find it. It was just hoping it was with a cow. It was thrashing through there, and of course me following it, thrashing. It was just so brushy.
Coming up after the break,
I like that estimate spot. very moosey.
The Northwest Outdoorsman, presented by Worksharp, is brought to you by Max Lure, Explore the Dalles, Procure Bait Sense, Valley Marine, Good Day Fishing, Leavenworth Coffee Roasters. Welcome back to Northeast Washington.
It doesn't seem like it's too far.
The road goes right around.
You never know if it runs towards something, a cow.
Okay.
I don't know. Couldn't find it. It was just hoping it was with a cow. It was thrashing through there, and of course me following it, thrashing. It's just so brushy.
We thought we might go around and actually come up underneath where that bull went, and hoping that there might be a cow down there, but turns out that there was somebody parked there, so we just moved on.
There's a bunch of fresh moose tracks down the road there.
Is there?
Yeah. And we saw tracks right there, so like, let's take off and walk it, and it was still pretty loud, even though it was like an overgrown road. And we just kept walking. We walked quite a ways, actually. We saw more sign there. We used the rest of that day to think about putting up game cams. So really, we were doing our best to scout around. Till next time.
So moose haven't always been here. The first moose, at least literature-wise, was documented in 1954 in Washington, and that was in northeastern Washington. But the first survey was conducted in the 1970s, and they thought there were probably about 60 moose at that time. So in Washington in 2015, we did a research project. We estimated the population to be about 5,000 at that point. They moved in from the north, but then also from the east. They are Shiras moose, so they're the smallest moose of the moose species. And so that puts, bulls weighing somewhere between 850 and 1,100 pounds, and then it puts females around 600 to 800 pounds. So these timber companies harvest, it creates that lush, shrub layer that moose love. So 10, 20 years after these clear cuts, there's all of those willows and serviceberry and ceanothus, and that's all the stuff that moose like to eat. Its population size, we fly surveys in the winter to get ratios, so bull to cow ratios, calf to cow ratios when we can. How the population's doing is how many tags. That really plays into how many cow tags we might offer. But then we also want to keep success pretty high. We want hunters to have high success. We want them to be able to shoot big, nice animal, or at least have the opportunity, at least see some out there. And so it's kind of a balancing act, and we're always tweaking it and working on that.
Might as well keep going.
It's up to you.
Buried is hot.
It's up to you.
Life's about taking chances, apparently. Well, it started, we saw those tracks, fresh moose tracks, and I was like a hound dog, so of course I'm out following these super fresh tracks, and I hear, Ben, Ben! So I turn around and start running, because I was over the hill already, and I get back, and there's turkeys, turkeys! So run in, grab my bow in the truck, and start taking off. Those things are pretty fast, because it wasn't even 30 seconds. I was halfway down the hill and they're at the bottom. To be able to hunt moose and bear and turkey and grouse all in the same area in 3 days, it was a lot of fun. We didn't get one, but it was still whatever gets your blood pumping, and it really just gets us going. Oh, hunting rabbits. Really, really big rabbits.
And we decided that evening maybe we would cross the valley and just get over in a place where we could glass and maybe spot something in that area where we've seen all the tracks.
Finally, I was like, hey, Richy, you think we should go to that road we couldn't get on earlier? And yeah, well, we still got some daylight. Like, we could probably do that.
Coming up after the break,
Oh, baby.
Oh, baby.
the Northwest Outdoorsman, presented by Worksharp, is brought to you by Max Lure, Explore the Dalles, Procure Bait Sense, Valley Marine, Good Day Fishing, Leavenworth Coffee Roasters. Welcome back. Ben is getting closer to finding his prize.
Finally, I was like, hey, Richy, you think we should go to that road we couldn't get on earlier? And yeah, well, we still got some daylight. Like, we could probably do that.
Ben just couldn't stand it. He decided that maybe we need to go back and try to go up that road.
I don't know, I was just wanting to go down that road so bad. It was on the other side of where we saw that bull, and he went down into that draw.
All right, man, what do you think? Should we?
I'm gonna start,
Let's go up this road, huh?
start walking, see if we get lucky, I guess.
Guess so.
Parked the rig right there, got my rifle, we got all geared up and ready and just started walking slowly. So going into the hunt, I was pretty optimistic. I was like, you know, man, I'm gonna stick one. I told my dad, told my, brother-in-law, told you, I was like, I'm gonna stick one with a bow, man. I've been practicing. After the second day, I just put the bow down and got my rifle. We got around a bend and did a peek over, and peripherals, you see a moose, and and then we just went into hunt mode, you know.
First and second shots at that cow looked to me like it were right in the wheelhouse.
Should I give it one more?
I don't know, you hit it with two pretty solid ones.
One more. Got all that adrenaline, and I think I asked you, I was like, do I shoot it again? Because after that second one, I mean, you saw dust, it hit, and dust flew, and it was right in the wheelhouse. It was just standing there looking at us. Put another one in it, and it kind of slowly walked away. That's when we decided. We just kind of sat there and, like smiled at each other. Maybe we should give it.
We should give it some time.
Yeah, about at least half an hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Because we were right here. 40-yard shot. Shots. Like, well, we should probably, while we're waiting, go get the truck.
How crazy is that?
It's better than drinking a Red Bull. Get the shakes.
Okay. Here we go, man.
It was right in between where we lost it in the tree line and my second shot is where you saw the first spot of blood.
Okay, there's the first blood. It went right by that pine tree.
Yeah. Should we give it more time?
No.
Okay.
We're running out of time.
Right here. It's right here.
Dead?
I was just kind of confused, and then we walked 5 feet into that tree line and saw a big old mound laying there. It's nothing I've ever experienced hunting, that's for sure. I've never shot a bull elk, but that's what I assume the feeling would be like.
Coming up after the break,
Best part of it.
Time to go to work.
the Northwest Outdoorsman, presented by Worksharp, is brought to you by Max Lure, Explore the Dalles, Procure Bait Sense, Valley Marine, Good Day Fishing, Leavenworth Coffee Roasters. Welcome back. The guys have some work ahead.
I was just kind of confused, and then we walked 5 feet into that tree line and saw a big old mound laying there.
Wow.
That's a big animal.
It's a big animal.
It's nothing I've ever experienced hunting, that's for sure. I've never shot a bull elk, but that's what I assume the feeling would be like. Shot cows, deer, lots of deer, but this was the wildest thing I've ever seen. It's big animal. Right here.
Yeah.
You walk up to it and you hold the head, and the head is massive. And I'm just like in awe to be able to, touch an animal like that, and I'm pretty thankful. It's pretty awesome.
Whew. That's big. That's a big animal. Oh boy. How about that, Ben?
Fun begins.
Oh my. For me, being there with Ben on that special moment, getting that cow, something that a lot of people have tried to draw a tag like this, this very unique hunting experience, it was a real joy for me. Pretty, huh?
Just gotta soak it in. It's the best part. So at that point, we hiked back to get our packs. At that point, it was time to go to work. He taught me how to, gutless quarter my first animal. I got to learn that, and that was really cool. I don't think I'm gonna gut another animal. Saved a lot of time, and I feel like the more you do that, that's the way to go.
I know.
Well, Ray and I showed up, thankfully, the morning after the pack was done. That's the best time to show up at a hunting camp. Once the work's done, then all you have to do is eat and drink special coffee.
I get a text from Dick. Hey, you want to go get a move?
Then we spent the morning making a meat pole. Having fun and being with family and friends was the coolest part, probably, of that trip.
Take it up another foot.
It was a great time, and hey, of course, participating in anything like that with friends is always great. We got the meat hung and decided what the heck, we're here. So we went on an evening hunt. We could get bear, and did a lot of glassing, saw some beautiful country. It was just a tremendous sunset, and looking at that country and where we were up high, it was just amazing.
Just make more memories on top of an extraordinary hunt. And we were just having a good time. I'm blessed. Pretty happy with how it turned out, and able to share memories with you and my dad and Ray, and I'll never forget this one.
It's now time for another Harrod's Cookhouse recipe, brought to you by Miklich, the Spokane Spice Company since 1948. Today we are making blue cheese moose burgers with creamy tomato sauce. Start by placing 2 pounds of moose burger in a bowl. Add chopped green onions, blue cheese, thyme, garlic, and Harrod's Cookhouse Northwest Steak seasoning, and 1 egg. Incorporate seasonings thoroughly into burger and form into patties. Fry patties in oiled pan until cooked. Remove burgers and set aside. Deglaze pan with beef broth. Then add heavy cream, Harrod's Cookhouse Sunrise to Sunset seasoning, basil, tomato paste, and chopped green onions. Simmer mixture, stirring constantly until sauce thickens. Drizzle sauce over burgers and serve with your favorite side. For this and other great fish and wild game recipes, visit the Harrod Outdoors website and YouTube channel.
In hindsight, that's what it's about, is, you're all caught in the moment and always, worried or stressed or got anxiety. Hunting affects people differently. And me, it's kind of stressful at times because